There we go. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Um, Hi, I'm Maria. If you're new, all the trigger warnings. If you're returning, what's up, guys? Yeah. Oh, if you know, you know. I feel a couple of you already know what this message is going to be about. Twin Flame read. My favorite. Your favorite. Our favorite. Isn't it great? All right. I say that because this is like these types of reads are the ones that usually trigger people the absolute most. Whether that be them getting triggered further into their own, I'm getting naivete, naivety. What, I don't know how you say it. Naive, being naive, or something else. But there's something very specific about that. So there's something, right? A lot of times, let's just be honest, we don't like to hear what we don't like to hear because we don't want to hear it. We know it's true, but we just don't want to hear it for whatever reason, right? Sometimes we do need to hear it though. And the reason for that is because our triggers, which, let's just be honest, our triggers are usually brought up by people around us. Our triggers are our guides, okay? An obstacle that, what was it? I just saw it was like a little thing on Instagram that said it, an obstacle is just not a detour, but kind of like it's still guiding you on your path, but it's guiding you at the time when for whatever reason there's something you don't, I feel like there's something you don't want to face. Listen, somebody here doesn't. Okay, we're gonna separate it this way. We're gonna do which side do we want to be? Which side? Let's see. Let's go by what I already have out here. Okay, well, all my girly things, all my like, okay, things that have been labeled girly by other people, not by me. I just call them tools of the trade. But all of those things have been placed predominantly on the left side here. I mean, I still have a lighter here. Lighter's fire. Fire's what? Masculine. Okay, so, and there's two. I have another one. So that's 2 points for masculine energy there, right? Okay, so masculine, there may be a need for grounding and protection at this time and for clearing. Thank you, masculine. There's something you're clearing at this time. Okay, this is just clear quartz. For those of you who don't know, clear quartz, it's like an all-purpose, like selenite, although they're healing and clearing stones. Okay, so they amplify the intention that you set for them. Selenite is very healing. That is on a feminine side, but feminine, we also have quartz here, clear quartz. There's one on each side here. So for both sides, clear quartz could be important, and I believe that that's why I'm being called to explain it, because with clear quartz, it doesn't have a color, right? But yet it is all colors, because if you look at it in the light, you can see the full spectrum of colors trying to peek through. So like it's there, right? And it's visibly there. So you know that that's ultimately what it is. You set your intention to it, right? So some people say, like for candle magic, different candles are for different purposes, but you can always use a white candle to set any intention to it. Okay, so it's like budget witch tips. Okay, and yeah, So clear quartz on the masculine side, okay? You can set any intention to that. So if you maybe can't, for whatever reason, get one of these, which I will explain them and what they're for in just a moment, masculines, then you can always get a clear quartz. They're very abundant. I mean, they're found pretty much everywhere. You could probably even go out and find your own just by going to a river. Not a river, not like a creek, a river. We misuse the word river all the time. Okay, let me just say, the creek. um, you can find your own there probably. Yeah, heck, you might even be able to find these. I don't know. It just depends where you live, right, in the world. But here we have black obsidian, okay, which is for protection. The color black period is for protection. Maybe that's why I ended up wearing black today, although I know I have like a 90% black wardrobe. It is what it is. For a very long time, it was in my comfort color. But yeah, anyways. So there's something about comfort. Oh, and as we move on to the tiger's eye, talking about comfort, okay, if you struggle with feeling safe and secure and powerful and like heard, seen, experienced, understood, known, tiger's eye is a beautiful stone for that, okay? And it's also a protective stone. And then we have also on here hematite. Hematite is another grounding and protecting stone. You might have had experience with them. They're usually, some of them can be found to be, are they magnetic, isn't it? Like the magnetic hematite? I don't know, but I know that I'm sure that you have actually come into more contact with crystals than you actually realize in your life. So masculines, for maybe there's something about crystal healing energy, because I was also drawn to grab my I don't know what to call this. Is it to me it reminds me of a pen, but apparently it's a wand. I've never used it that way. I just, honestly, to me it's more like a pen. Um, a quill, thank you. So the feather from a bird, and I actually have two feathers here. So divine masculines at this time, maybe you have found a feather recently, or you will be finding a feather, or you will be drawn to a feather, because unfortunately, as sad as it is, some of us live in places where the birds no longer wish to remain. Okay? Usually the last ones to leave are the ones that we have abused the most, aka the pigeon. Okay? The dove. Yeah, you'll be able to find what you need from those two names if that resonated for you, okay? So, oh, cool. That was cool. Thank you. All right, guys. So, I didn't know why I was drawn to these two decks. Divine Feminine, there's something you're not wanting to look at, okay, that needs to be brought attention to. Divine Masculines, you may resonate with this. You may be like, wow, yeah, you know what, that's right. I've met my Divine Feminine, and I believe that this is what they're needing to bring attention to or awareness to, for development, for understanding, for communication, okay? And masculines, for you, there's something you need to go deeper about. There's something you need to go deeper into. It feels like deeper into an experience of, I will say personally, one thing that I have noticed is many divine masculine energy period that I've met, they have sacrificed too much. They have endured much, okay? Both sides have, in different ways. If you claim the title or the resonance of twin flame, Your ultimate divine calling is to be peace, is to be truth, is to be just. Okay? One way to know that is you may be experiencing that you yourself do not really feel fully connected to anyone. They feel that in some way, both sides have been holding back. Whether that's holding back, it's holding back truth. It's always truth, because if there's something you're holding back, there's something you're lying about, or there's something you're in denial about. And that goes for both sides. So we are going to find out what that is at this time. Okay. What do the twins need? Question mark. And we're going to start. Let's start with divine masculine this time. I know everybody always says ladies first. I don't know. I feel like the masculine energy at this time needs someone to take them into consideration. Needs someone to like a cheerleader, or someone to be devoted to them. Okay. 35 could be significant for somebody here. We're going to start with the divine masculine. All right. Divine masculine. If this has resonated with you so far, please go ahead and give my video a thumbs up. It is a beautiful way. It adds your frequency to the energies that I'm channeling and picking up at this time, which will bring you more of what you seek. Okay? All right, so basically, divine masculine. I don't know which one it is, but you are going to find out if you really have been the villain all along, or if everybody has been just trying to make you out to be the villain because there was something that they did not want to look at. Okay? You could be feeling left out, misunderstood. Wounded. Don't like how rigid. Felt like clearing that again. I don't like how rigid they were feeling. Oh, maybe you're too rigid at this time, divine masculines. Maybe you need to let loose a little, have a little fun, laugh a little, love a little. Put a little love in your heart. What song is that? A little love in your heart. I don't know, but that's what I got. Oh, and I will say for everybody, divine feminines that are currently cross watching this portion of the reading, I did channel Wrecking Ball, Miley Cyrus. Okay. I know not all masculines will know that one. I mean, you might. They've made a lot of like meme videos. Is that what they're called? I don't even know. Funny videos using the sound from that song. So divine masculine. You've been very disciplined in honoring yourself. Okay? There's a need to dive deeper into what self-discipline means, okay? What faith means. What do you really think it means to be brave? Divine masculine, you may resonate with knowing a lot of people's secrets at this time, like their deepest, darkest secrets, the things that they don't even tell. Because I don't feel like this is someone that it feels that your energy has been disconnected from this person for some time now. That feels like there's no emotion attached, though there may once have been. Okay, so this could be like family or I don't know, someone for you. Okay, I'm just gonna say what I am getting. Ooh, um, it feels divine masculine like there's someone that you were very loyal to for a very long time because you thought that you were being of service in some way. So you probably thought you were helping this person in some way. Um, but and I really feel masculines. This is gonna be like an emotional thing, okay? Um, I feel that it is important to tell you that you need to allow any and all emotions that arise at this time. You need to let those feelings come up and you need to process them. There is something about them holding you back in from truly speaking of from a place of I feel fairness for everyone, right? Um, hurt people, as they say. Okay. So again, I'm gonna say what I keep getting from this. I feel like you have the power to destroy somebody's entire life at this time. I think that there's someone in your life that for some reason the way that you have been of service to them has made them feel that they wear the crown, so to say, that they are the ruler, yes, in some way, shape, or form over you. Um, but you've had the crown this whole time. You may not even have realized this yourself. Maybe you did. Maybe you did at some point, and then something happened, and you got knocked off your throne. You're in a full blown battle now. Your castle's being sieged, right? And you're realizing who the enemy truly was. I'm getting the enemy within, the enemy within. So maybe the enemy within your walls, or maybe the enemy within yourself. That's going to be different for everyone. However it resonates for you, please know that there is meaning in that. Wherever you feel that punch in the gut, wherever you feel that flutter, wherever you feel whatever you feel it. Feel it. Thank it. Feelings do matter. They do serve a purpose, and you do have a right to them. Okay, now I feel that the advice for you masculines is going to be, okay, to know that you have this power, but to stand and be fair in it, okay? So, yes, with responsibility, I'm getting with great power comes great responsibility, which is what Spider-Man's uncle told him. At a time when he didn't even know. Like, he literally gave Peter the perfect advice he needed to hear at the time, even though he absolutely had no clue what was going on in his life at the time. The words still applied and they still resonated with him, but he didn't want to hear it at the time because he was defending himself. He was fighting back against life, against the cards that he had been dealt. Okay? And that could be where you're at this time, but you're being urged to also acknowledge that there's a responsibility that comes along with that, okay? So yes, you can see where people are screwing you over now. That's fantastic, okay? But two wrongs don't make a right. Hurting them does not equate to healing you. You have no idea the domino effect that you could unleash by doing that. The best thing to always do, no matter how bad you want to get back at somebody, no matter how bad you want your sorry if I kick that, this under some level of understanding and like, maybe it's just because you want to know that whoever, whatever, knows what you've had to go through, right? But you're the only one who needs to know that. Those things were delivered to you, okay? So please know that when people give you secrets of theirs, whether or not they keep yours, you took the same oath to keep a secret. Again, two wrongs don't make a right. Have faith that you get what you give. So wherever you've been seeing people being manipulative, don't allow it to continue, okay? But at the same time, don't do the same as a form of like punishment. You are not judge, jury, executioner. You are observer. Higher calling, remember? That inner knowing that you could burn it all to the ground, but knowing that that's not the purpose here, that the purpose here is to help be a guide for others. With great power comes great responsibility. I love you guys, Divine Masculine. That was kind of heavy. There's something about the night sky, or night, just night, maybe night, like KNIGHT instead of NIGHT, but I feel like it's both, have some sort of significance, okay? I'll get a couple clarifiers, and then we're going to move over to the Divine Feminine side. Divine Feminine is watching. With great power comes great responsibility. You are getting insight onto what the true Divine Masculines are going through in the collective at this time. Does that mean you're Divine Masculine? No, Divine Feminine. It does not. It means all Divine Masculines. All. We all matter. We all count. We all deserve better. And when we know better, we have to do better. So there will be great consequences for any Divine Feminine or person who claims title of Divine Feminine to use their knowing to manipulate others now that they know. And the same obviously goes for masculines, because you're directly being warned of this. But divine feminine, since you're watching this part, you are fully taking on the contract that the divine masculine is taking on at this time, as well as your contract. If you don't want that, skip forward at this time. Okay, you may have already, I'm hearing for some, it's too late because you knew better. You should not have come to this point. So that's for somebody. But yeah, this whole we're connected thing, be careful who you say that to. Not only do you further truly connect your source to that person's source, okay? But in doing so, it's going to call more. So the challenges may get greater. Okay? All right, divine masculine, what do they need clarified at this time, please? And as always, my readings, we take baby steps here, okay? So next 7 to 10 days from whenever you see this. Oh, deep breath. You may feel insignificant at this time, divine masculine. You may feel that the world is too great of a challenge for you in some way, shape, or form, but that is not true. You're just looking at the wrong world. What does your world look like? Do you remember? Or have you made yourself forget what you truly wished for once upon a time? Prying eyes, no, private eyes are watching you. That's a song. Private eyes are watching you. 80s music, yeah. I don't know who sings that one either. I'm gonna have to look up a lot of songs for this video. I can already feel it. That could be for somebody, maybe you're listening to that, maybe you're going to hear that song in the next 7 to 10 days. Whatever it is, just know that always remember that no matter how insignificant you may feel, the truth of the matter is that you are a child of creation. You are a child of love, of existence, of being, of light, whatever label you want to slap on it. Maybe you feel better saying, I'm a child of the night, of the dark, of the void. This and that are true. There's nothing wrong with either. It's okay. This could be the left-hand path and the right-hand path. That could resonate for somebody here. This is choosing the road for you, the path for you. Okay, so I'm seeing this little mouse walking on this path, right? And it's middle of the day, and you know that's not very safe for a little field mouse, right? Because that's when the big bird predators are out with excellent vision and maneuvering skills, right? Like swooping in and getting them. But what I'm seeing is that the path ahead of this little field mouse is like, it changes. Like there's a path and then it changes to something totally different. And then it changes to something totally different. And it's continuing. Like, it's like spinning a wheel, spinning a wheel. So, it feels like there's a change in your fortune, right? You could have made some bad deals or bad decisions, right? Put work towards the wrong things, you know, and you're seeing where you were holding yourself back, or where you were keeping yourself in that field mouse world, right? Instead of going forth towards the Ace of Cups, the true world, what you truly want, right? Cups are emotions. Happy, it says happiness and abundance on here, okay? So when you think of happiness, what comes to mind? Allow yourself to play that fantasy out. When you think of abundance, what comes to mind? Let that fantasy play out. Merge the two. How do they coexist together? And hold on to Hanged Man. Hold on to nothing. Allow your perception to shift as needed, right? If you think the whole time this is how the world should be viewed, and then suddenly you're hanging upside down looking at the world, everything is going to look totally different to you, right? You might get a little nervous, things might feel foreign to you. But there's something about, okay, so whenever you start to feel stuck in your head, or for somebody this could be anxiety or a panic attack. I'm not a doctor. Go see somebody, okay? But that's just what I'm getting, all right? It's like an overwhelm. It's a feeling of overwhelm. But for somebody here, I'm getting, look at your shoes. There's something about looking down at your legs and your feet. Thank you. The feeling that I'm getting is that overwhelm of the mental, that looking down at the physical and seeing how your legs proceed to the ground and connect in to this reality, right? There's something about that, being able to change up the energy. Okay. Overcome any obstacle with the elephant spirit. They're very intelligent. They remember things. They do not forget. Here it looks a little crazy, but you know what? We're just going with it today. I need to wash it, so I'm not letting it. All right, masculines, this is where your choice comes in. If the part about being able to destroy somebody's whole world, if this is literally because you're the only one who knows, or you're the only one who has proof of something, that is what you need to decide on. If you reveal truth, or if you continue to conceal for this person, you are being asked to follow each path and see where you believe that may possibly lead you. And how does that mesh, if you will, with that happiness and abundance dream? Yeah, really be honest with yourself at this time, and know that when that path changes, the moment you step forward, you could be stepping forward as the lion. Okay. Divine Masculine, I hope that helps you. With great power comes great responsibility. Just because you could does not mean that you should, but that is why you're being asked to slow down at this time, okay? Remember how I said that one thing that I've noticed is a lot of the masculines I know, they just, it's go, 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 go. There is no balance on the rest. And the rest is considered a feminine energy, but let us all be honest, everyone needs of both. This is part of why we're here. We are meant to show how the two can balance each other out. Okay. All right. So we got a couple of songs for the masculines. I feel like I just want to pull like one more card for like advice. We'll do a tarot. Oh, one of these? Okay. One of these. Oracle of the Seven Energies. So there may be something chakra related with these. Remember when standing in your power, that feeling that you get of being powerful is a good feeling. And the knowledge of how you could make people feel small around you in any way, shape, or form, right? Acknowledge how sometimes you may have done that, and then why you may have chosen to do so at that time. Oh, seeing beyond. Right. So see beyond the things that happened and see how you flourished from things, or what stung, right? Like what hurt you and what nourished you in past decisions. Thank you. Okay. The land between. Didn't I say you're choosing a path? I said you're choosing a path, masculines. You very much are. You are in the land of in between, where whatever you say goes. You get to look at what you feel is coming forward for you if you continue this way, or if you continue this way, or this way, or this way, right? And you're narrowing that down little by little. They're breaking away, right? And you're almost at the point. Ooh, baby, you're almost there. You are almost there. A powerful move, and making, right? Making that choice in between, being at a place where I feel like some of the criticism being thrown at you is true, but it's like, it feels like it's something that you've already been working on within yourself. And so where they think they're going to get a rise out of you, they're getting squat. And it's allowing you, thank you, because of this, it's like a subtle power move that like wins you the game 10 moves down, right? And there's nothing they can do about it literally from that moment that you take that first move. Like, because they didn't catch that, whoop, that's it, game over. Keep playing, go ahead, I'm just watching. But yeah. Oof. Good place to be, divine masculine. You're almost there, okay? But in knowing that, again, you see how it's okay to get excited about it. It's okay to get excited to know that you're about to end something because you're choosing to end it, not because an ending is being thrust on you. Okay? I love that for you, divine masculines. I do. And we're going to move on. Yep. Write your story, babies. Write your story, divine masculine. Write your story. How do you want it to end? Why do you want it to end that way? Okay. Now we're going to move on to divine feminine. And I guess we'll pull something. We might not, I don't think we'll even use the same decks. We'll see. But dark mirror. So what do the twins need? That was the divine masculine. And you know what, divine feminine, if you cross watch that, maybe it's because you're in your masculine right now, and maybe you just needed to hear that it's possible that you might be a little out of the feminine element at this time, etherically, okay? Though it may fully seem or be perceived as being feminine here. But remember, there's a lot of manipulation and corruption of energies in the physical realm, all right? This is why we always have to dig deeper. Masculines, if you're not going to watch the feminine's reading, thank you for watching. I'm being drawn to 35 or 8. Okay, there could be significance in those numbers for somebody. If you're clicking off here and it resonated for you, give me a thumbs up and do all the things. Okay. All right, moving on to the divine feminine. What does the divine feminine need to hear at this time? Oh, immediately a song. And in that stillness, there was a something, a freedom I've never felt before. I never, I never thought that you would stray and I would stand by you no matter what they'd say. I would. I thought I'd be with you until my dying day, until my dying day. That's a Sarah McLachlan song, one of my favorites. I cannot for the life of me remember the title of it right now. So, okay, maybe you're forgetting things at this time. I don't know. Maybe the whole collective is. I know that there's a lot of heavy psychological and spiritual warfare going on at this time. Okay, so shields up, warriors. You know how it goes. Okay, you could resonate with Shield Maiden here, okay? Shields up, ladies. What does the divine feminine need to know at this time, please? This is really feeling like it's going to be about boundaries. Oh, and I got let me clear my throat. If you know, you know. All right. Divine feminine, please. My eyes were pulled to Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus again, so that's double confirmation for somebody here needing to hear that song. Interesting. I feel like I need to read this one. It's number 25, Fated to Suffer, and it's giving Snow White vibes, right? Because the witch handing her the poison apple, right? But then again, this person's in the shadow. Is it really a witch? Maybe it's just a nice person who's exhausted from harvesting apples and they're walking through this dark forest on their way back home from the orchard and they come across what looks like an innocent young maiden, right? But it could be a shapeshifter, right? You never know. Divine Feminine, you could resonate with as a child feeling like you always had to be a certain way. You masked at an early age. Again, I'm not a medical professional, but if that does resonate for you, please go find someone to talk to who's a licensed professional. I'm a life coach. If you want coaching or a reading, come see me. So it feels like you may have been someone who masked from an early age. What does it mean to mask? It means you behave certain ways because your mind has seen it's like learning through stimulus. I'm getting learning through stimulus. So based on how you were treated by things that happened, things that you said, things that you did, you learned that there were parts of you that you had to hide, that you could not show for whatever the reasons were. Okay. If that resonates for you, then there's most definitely something in this reading here for you. All right. Fated to Suffer is the cards associated with the waxing gibbous moon phase. The stage is depression. Okay. So divine feminine, you may be feeling down at this time. And if you are, that will come up and we'll talk about it. Again, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just someone who's claiming to be part of the collective, right? And I get it. I get it. Life happens. Okay. Feeling confined into a script, forced by other and never really fought. Okay. So if that part resonated with you about the masking, okay, this could be that when you were a kid, you realized that you had to behave certain ways, do certain things or whatever just to get what you want. So you learned to be manipulative from a young age. And I say that with all love, okay? The problem with that is that the way you learned it as I'm just doing what I know I need to do. And I'm giving this person what they want because this is what they've shown me that this is what they want. So this is why I started acting this way. And this is the Dark Mirror deck. Heading toward a destination of pain. You're manipulating yourself. In having the damsel in distress mentality in your mind, in excusing lack of thought or divination of ulterior methods or ways, you are perpetuating the cycle. That's what I'm getting. If you think, oh, I want to do this, that, or the other, or say this, that, or the other to this person, that person, or the other, but I know that if I do this, that, or the other, or say this, that, or the other, X, Y, and Z is going to happen. Baby, you just casted your own future spell right there. Don't do that. Even in thought, don't do it. As within, so without. Okay? When that comes up, acknowledge it's coming up for you to rebuke it, for you to thank it, okay? And release it. I see how this may be a possible fate. I acknowledge its possibility and I release it back to the universe and I ask for guidance to remain on the path that will lead me to the greatest and highest outcome. Period. I'm going to read this because I'm feeling called to read it, okay? This is the going dark aspect. So really going dark into the dark mirror, okay? Once upon a time, we believed in fairy tales. Oops, sorry. They were the voice of common sense, the educational tool which prepared us to duty, danger, and morals. Some things we would never accept if they were told by a single voice. So the world arranges us to hear them with 1,000 voices, 1,000,000 voices. It's about what you can do and what you can't do, what you are worth, what you can aspire to. It's about what you like, what you want, what you hold dear. It creates a script which becomes as strong as all the voices that believe that script combined. That means, subconsciously, if you will, that you are accepting an energetic, etheric, in the ethers, in the other realms contract to connect with those other energies that believe the same downfall will befall them. The woe is me, right? And that's going to amplify it. So much so that you cannot see another path. Okay, so you could be feeling like there's just no other way out for you. There's no way that, this could be possible because things are just in such a dark place right now that there's no way it could ever look the way that I think a perfect world would look, right? You are so blinded by the pain that you are so blinded by the pain that what is pain to you now feels normal. This is where your awareness is being drawn to. Why are you doing things that you don't really want to do? If you don't really want to do them, why are you doing them? You are fragmenting yourself when you do that. Okay? Um, it almost feels like you need to put your foot down with yourself. Divine Feminine, yes, thank you. Narcissus here, obsession, staring at the mirror, like he literally died because he was so obsessed with himself that when he was given a perfect mirror to look into, he couldn't look away from it. Okay? Um, allow yourself to see yourself through the light of truth, through the lens of truth. Why? Because if you want the future that you're really, really dreaming of, right? You know how they say, dress for the job you want, right? Dress for the life you want. Well, all right. Are you doing that? And if you are, what new has come into your life? What is currently exiting your life or has recently exited your life? How do you feel about those things? Okay. Um, does this path still feel like the path you want to continue down? Because for a lot of you, Divine Feminine, I feel like it's not. Again, with the fragmentation. These little pieces of you, the echoes, they're calling back so loud that it feels like they're coming back as a scream, right? Like right here in your ear scream, okay? There's something about the threads of fate. Yes. Okay. Divine Feminine, this is interesting. You bared your soul to your faith, to yourself at some point. And something happened that you're hiding that. You're hiding fragments of who you are. I don't care if it's to just one person in your life. If you're hiding it to even one person, you're hiding it to the world. Which means you're rejecting your ultimate world, life, love, dream, all of it. Divine Feminine, you could feel stuck at this time. You could feel stuck in a situation, stuck in an environment, and you don't know how to get out of it because it feels like thank you. It feels like I'm getting a series of unfortunate events. So it feels like there've just been so many different things that have happened to derail you, right? And alter your path that you're lost in the sauce at this time is what I'm getting. Um, it could be it could be something with work, okay? Because we do have 9 of Pentacles here, security and abundance, and 9 of Pentacles is like the Miss Independent card. So that could have something to do with it as well. Thank you. Pentacles. So Pentacles, material wealth, material realm. So this could be in how you present yourself to the world, could be changing, or it could be this could literally be somebody here could be wanting to change what you do for work to something that you're more passionate about. Knight of Wands. Okay. Clarify this energy for the divine feminines that may need clarification. Thank you. Divine feminine, the harder you work to try and get answers, the less answers you're going to get. You are the divine creatrix. You are the muse. You are meant to inspire and be inspired. That is why you are so inspirational to others, is because when you just flow with your passions, everything that you do has a ripple effect of healing. Everything you say has a ripple effect of healing. Okay? Pain is not a normal state of being. Detach from the pain matrix and plug into the pleasure matrix. What does that mean to you? What does pleasure mean to you, divine feminine? What does it mean to feel good in every sense of the word? Is it working a 9 to 5? Is it online working? Is it outdoors, indoors? Is it above ground, in the water, below ground? You know, really, really identify the energies that you feel calling to be expressed outwardly through you. Okay? Peacock. Okay? Strut your stuff. That's what I'm getting. Strut your stuff, but strut it from the heart. Okay? Strut it from the heart, and yes, I'm being shown the peacock, the colors, the blue, the throat chakra, the green, that heart chakra, right? And how beautifully the two, when they resonate together, the way that they shimmer. Be true to your heart. That this awakening, this beginning, this new coming, right? 20 is the what is it in the regular tarot? I want to compare traditional to interpretive here. It's number 20. It's going to be a few pages because these actually have pretty good, like, written descriptions of things. Is that judgment? Is 20 judgment? Is it? I'm sorry, guys. I feel like this is important. This word, I feel like the word of the card itself is important. So please bear with me as I search for this card. I'm literally just starting at the top here. I'm just going to search through the whole thing till I find it. No, that's 10. Judgment. Judgment is being called on what? Harmony and integrity in your life. King of Cups. Where does your heart truly lie? That's beautiful. And sure, it might bring some things up, but it's always going to happen. You know, it is what it is. But look, it's the Fool literally right here. Wow, it doesn't get much more perfect than that, okay? The Fool right behind the Judgment card. That is beautiful, okay? That means a fresh start. The Fool carries so little in his bag because he's more dependent on his abilities, right? Believes in himself, what he knows. There's something you're going to be pulled toward, Divine Feminine. It's an inner calling, right? There's something you're going to be pulled towards, and everything that has hurt you, everything that has made you feel defeated in the past, is going to transform from a place of pain to a place of power. Self-empowerment on the split. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I love the synchronicities here, guys. There could be significant about 15, okay? Or 5s. This is going to be really good for you, Divine Feminine. There's going to be some sort of empowerment. That's going to bring about a peace. The Star card, peace and healing. Swan energy. Purity. Swans are a sign of purity. And that looks like a lotus or lily, whatever you call it, floating on the water there. Divine Feminine, you're not fated to suffer. Okay? Yes, you have endured, just like the Divine Masculine has. Remember, if you heard their music, interesting. So for some of you, this may be confirmation that your Divine Masculine is into music. Okay? Yeah, now I'm being blocked. I'm not being allowed to dig for anymore. It's okay. I get it. Divine Feminine, you're going to be, it's like a spiritual rescue in an area that you don't realize you need rescuing in. This is getting exactly the help you, exactly. Okay, Divine Feminine, some of you that maybe wanted to watch the Divine Masculine part, but then didn't, maybe this is, you need to. If you're still feeling it in your gut, for some reason, if you're still feeling that you need to watch it, this is confirmation for you. Go ahead and watch it, okay? With all the blessings of love and clarity and truth and peace and the swan, right? That purity. Go ahead and watch it. Because there's something here about the, with great power comes great responsibility, okay? What more does a Divine Feminine need to know? Should I just get an advice card? All right, advice for the Divine Feminine. Put a little love in your heart. Didn't I get that for the Divine Man? Okay. I mean, that's what it's about at the end of the day, isn't it? Life is love. Love is life. I'm getting that quote from Johnny Depp where he was asked a question or whatever, and and asked about what's worth living for and worth dying for, and basically the answer was love, something like that. I don't know. Go look it up. Just Johnny Depp quotes about love. I'm sure you'll find it easy. Be grateful for the story that has created you, Divine Feminine. Be grateful for the story that has created you and acknowledge where you have been the co-creatrix in that, okay? dig deep, okay? Dig deep into your own history, whatever that means for you. Dig deep into your own history, the history of you. Who are you? That's a key for someone. That's going to bring forth knowledge or information that you need. And look, again, another key. Okay, so you might be finding a key. If you find a key, I'm just going to let you know that that could be a sign of the energy of Hecate wanting to connect with you, okay? It could also be, I'm getting Akashic records here for somebody. It's an unlocking of knowledge, a revealing of knowledge, right? A key gives you what? A key gives you access to what? To something that's locked away. Well, what can be locked away? It can be treasure, but treasure comes in all forms, right? So knowledge is power. And if knowledge, as what was the saying, that Batman movie, the Riddler, he said, if knowledge is power, then a god am I. When you know yourself, nobody can feed you a story. Nobody can tell you a story. Do you see the freaking key, how it looks the same in both? Nobody can feed you any story when you know yourself, when you dig deep into your own roots and identify who you are, because you know who you are. And when you are firm in the knowledge of yourself in your own story, no one can rewrite that. So allow the truth of you to shine through. Okay? Through the pain, through the hurt, through whatever, allow it to shine through. Despite who might get triggered by it or who might not like that you're happy, shine on anyways. Right. I'm being called to read this one. It's number 41, A Higher View. Seeing from a higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. Right, okay, cool. The ability to remain unbiased. So no matter how your situation turns out, if it turns out that you're the young fair maiden and there's a wicked witch, or if it turns out you're the helpful stranger and that's an evil shapeshifter, right? Or demon or whatever your story is, it's allowing yourself to to manipulate the energies, to acknowledge where it's projections from other people trying to interfere with your divine creations. Yeah, sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the end of our nose. Like if this card was right here, let's just be honest, y'all. If it was right here, I'm telling you right now, I don't know what this card is. I don't know what's on it. That like zoom out. I need to focus, right? Okay. Same thing. When that happens with our lives, we can't see beyond ourselves. So you could be too hard on yourself at this time, okay? I really feel like Divine Feminine, there's something that you've been enduring, something that has been hurting you, whether physically or emotionally. This really feels like the masculine's the same thing, but it's like the message is being delivered differently, because it's almost like you're not seeing any way out of it. You're not seeing a possibility other than just sucking it up, right? Numb to the pain or blinded to the pain, same thing. blinded to the pain, right? This is like not knowing that it could ever get any better, and not even allowing yourself to think that it's possible to get any better, because it would just hurt so much, and you don't know if you could take another thing happening that you think is going to be good and turns out to not be. Is that kind of, that's what I'm getting from it, okay? Pay attention to where you may be like reactive at this time with connections, okay? And see, like, what have you been avoiding? What are things you've been avoiding? And why have you been avoiding those things? Um, I say trigger warning on all my videos, okay? For somebody here that there is some sort of past trauma. It's the only word I'm going to use for it. Trauma that has morphed and distorted I don't like this energy. Okay, Divine Feminine, it feels like people have been more rough with you than they should have been for far too long, and it is done. No more. You say no. It ends when you make it end. Do not endure that type of life, that type of existence for anyone. No one was put here to do that. No one was meant to inflict hurt, pain, or obstruct anything for anyone, right? We're all meant to run free and wild like a pack. Everyone gets to make their own choices. People want to come and go from your life, let them come and go. You know? If you want to, it's up to you. Like, they can come and go in your life as much as you let them. But at some point, you got to ask yourself, do you still want this person coming around? Do you still want that person coming around, right? And even if you do all sorts of things to block somebody, they could still at some point come back into your life, right? You could literally and move into another country or whatever that you never mentioned to anybody, just someplace you randomly picked, right? And then out of nowhere, you run into this person there. That's just life. It's just the way things work, okay? If someone's meant to be in your life, they'll be in your life one way or another. Release the need to have anyone or anything in your life at this time, Divine Feminine. Allow yourself to be the fool, to run wild and free, and acknowledge that your power lies in, first and foremost, being your own muse. Okay. And what does that mean? It means allowing yourself to be inspired by the inspiration that comes from within you. In doing so, you will inspire naturally, effortlessly, just by existing. You will inspire the world around you. Okay. There may be changes ahead, Divine Feminine. You may have to make a last minute decision on something. If you do, always that when you have to make like spot on decisions like that, that's when it's really important to really dig in and see how you feel about the decision that you're having to make. Maybe you're going to one event and last minute you decide, you know what? No, I really don't want to go to that. I really wanted to go to this other event. This feels more important to me. Go in that direction. Um, and yes, thank you. Find your balance. No one else's balance is your responsibility. None of them. Not a single one. The only balance that is your responsibility is your own. Hold firm in that. Okay? Shields up. Hold firm in that. I don't know why I'm getting like a thief in the night. Oh, you might find yourself pulling away from some people, okay? Not speaking to certain people as much. That's okay. You have every right to do that. And if people try to approach you for doing that, um, don't back down. Yeah, I feel like don't back down. Um, but yeah, let it burn. 10 of swords there. Let it burn if that happens, because you need to follow things that you can celebrate, not things that are going to weigh you down, things that are going to stress you out, things that are going to frustrate you. You're looking for synergy in life, for balance, right? And the way you're going to be brought to that balance is by allowing yourself to flow where you really truly want to flow. And yeah, don't let anything stand in your way. That's what I'm getting, divine feminine. Don't let anything stand in your way. In the way of your passion. Of a lot of cups, divine feminine. Every split was another cup. Yeah, your love, your drive. uh, I feel like love is what drives you. Yeah. Let that take you wild and free wherever it takes you to. If you look at stories of the creation of empires in the modern world, so this is like short term, last 100 or a couple of 100 years, definitely less than millennia, you'll see many stories are of people who were doing things and they're like, everyone around me thought I was crazy. They would look at me like I was crazy. They would make jokes, this, that, the other. I mean, okay, I'm being brought. Arnold Schwarzenegger is one, right? He was like the first something or another. Like there was something big and special about him with his like bodybuilding and stuff way back in the day, right? And I remember in an interview, he talked about how he was going into his college classes and he would have all this protein and he would just pull it out in the middle of class and shake up his protein and chug it because he was had a very set schedule for his nutrition to bulk as big and hefty as he was. A little big for my personal preference, but do you, boo, do you. Okay, so there's something about that, something about the exile, right? Thank you. The putting up, not blinding yourself to the pain anymore, ripping off the band-aid and seeing what is hidden under the bandage that's still inflicting pain. It's almost like there's like still a thorn in the wound, or right, or like shards of glass or something things that need to be removed, something that could it would make it continue to get worse, like it would never heal. You're looking at where Chiron is in your astrological placement, or maybe where Chiron is now, could be significant for somebody here. Chiron is the wounded healer. There's also, maybe it's the story of Chiron, the story of the wounded healer. Maybe that has something for you. But there's something that you've chosen to accept, that you need to acknowledge that you had chosen to accept it so that you can remove it, okay? You've got to acknowledge the pain today for tomorrow, for the blessings of tomorrow, for the healing that will come tomorrow, right? This is knowing that, like, Rome wasn't built in a day, right? And you're not going to change things overnight. But if you start now, even with the smallest thing, you know that you'll get stronger and stronger day after day. You'll be able to look at this pain in the face a little bit longer, and you'll be able to identify it, and you'll be able to say, you have no hold over me, or I am sovereign, right? Reword what you're saying, Divine Feminine, at this time. I am healing, I am strong, I am whatever, right? Look at your I ams. What do you truly want to embody? Do you want to embody like, you might say, I am rich, but then look at the meaning of what it means to be rich, and then look at the meaning of prosperity and abundance, right? Find the proper combination of words and cast your spells, right? That's what this is about. The fragmentation, the pieces. Find the missing pieces of you, and I'm seeing someone like lasso them in, pull them in, right? Bring back those parts of you that that you allowed other people to chip away. Hi, baby. That you allowed other people to chip away, that ended up isolating you from your natural element. Divine Feminine, you know that you've never, ever truly been alone, because you know, you've always known, though you may have forgotten, that there is a power within you that no one can tame. A destiny. No one can perceive. No one can embody. They would just be pretending, right? Because it is you. It is true you. Okay? And though you may feel unnatural in your natural state of being at this time, allow yourself to feel that and ask yourself why. Why do I feel so unnatural in what feels to be my natural element? See the truth behind the lies and rid yourself of them. A cleanse, sorry if I hit the mic. A cleanse could be important for the Divine Feminine at this time, okay? Research parasites, okay? Research parasites in humans, and research like holistic or homeopathic parasite cleanse. Okay. And hey, here's a challenge for you. Research for yourself, see what resonates with you, what path feels most natural for you to proceed down, and then ask your providers, your practitioners, your professionals, ask their opinion and see what they tell you, see what they appear to know. You see where I'm going. Follow that rabbit hole if that resonates with you, okay? Hold your horses. Whenever you see someone uh pretending, okay, you don't have to cry for anybody, you don't have to cry over anything, but you also don't need to get even with them. You just need to let that energy feed you until it pushes you into the right direction. So it's like letting something fester for a good reason, right? Like how they make penicillin, you know? It's that's what I'm getting from it. Yeah. So there's something else. So sometimes it's now I'm getting a song Let It Bleed from The Used. Something on For the Last Time. All right, cool. So allow, wherever you find yourself doing that, I feel like you're definitely going to be bringing some things to an end in the next few days here. Okay, Divine Feminine. Yeah, allow yourself to support yourself at this time. Truly, truly support yourself only with truth at this time. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't numb yourself. Don't silence yourself. Allow yourself to really express yourself through yourself. Okay. All right, guys. I hope this helped. If it did, give me a thumbs up. And yeah, that's all I have for the Twin Flame Collective for now. Who knows when I'll do another one of these because they're so much fun.